14 foods that damage the liver to avoid at all costs. Your food and beverage choices might have surprising effects on your liver without you recognizing it. 4.5 million Americans have been diagnosed with liver disease, and up to 20% of Americans have a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. In today's video, we will share with you the 14 foods that damage the liver to avoid at all costs, from alcohol, sweetened drinks, French fries, and more. Watch till the end to find out more. Number 1. Alcohol. The liver filters out toxins such as alcohol. So how can alcohol damage the liver if it is filtered by the liver? Some liver cells are dying every time alcohol filters out, according to Nebraska Medicine. Significant and irreversible liver tissue damage might ensue, particularly if you drink a lot over a lengthy period. But if you are a coffee lover, there is some good news. Reuters reported that a decreased incidence of liver cirrhosis is related to consuming 2 more cups of coffee a day. A 44% decreased risk. Such 2 other cups might likewise repair alcohol-induced liver damage. Do you find this video interesting so far? Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and ring the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Number 2. Sweetened drinks. Alcohol is not the only drink that affects your liver health. According to MBBS physician Ian Braithwaite, co-founder of Habitual, sugary drinks can also affect the health of your liver very badly. Fructose is handled in low concentrations by the small intestine, but a new study has demonstrated that fructose in higher concentrations is harmful to the liver. The items, which include highly refined, like soda, are the most strongly dosed fructose. Number 3. French fries. All types of fatty meals don't favor your liver. The liver is responsible for breaking down fat and turning it into energy. Thus, the liver gets overloaded with too many fatty meals. It may also cause fatty liver disease, the accumulation of fat in your liver cells. French fries, which are heavy in saturated fat, regularly eaten can contribute to this problem, but can also lead to long-term inflammation. Inflammation has been known to develop scar tissue in the liver, a so-called cirrhosis complication. Number 4. Pepperoni. Processed foods like pepperoni are rich in saturated fat, the main. It's ideal to keep delightful foods clear. Saturation is one of the worst kinds of stuff for the liver, but you should avoid pepperoni. Pepperoni is one of the biggest offenders, with excessive saturated fat, with around 17.7 grams per 100 grams of saturated fat, 89% of daily value. Saturated fat is more metabolically damaging to the liver than other fats, according to the Fatty Liver Foundation. Try a warm oatmeal dish, which truly can reverse the consequences of the fatty liver illness, rather than consume pepperoni or other cured meats. Number 5. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburgers have a poor reputation for their high levels of saturated fats, which are found mostly in animal products and oils, according to the American Heart Association, and can eventually raise their risk of heart disease and stroke. Some fast food burgers contain up to 16 grams of saturated fat, therefore you may want to avoid them unless you make or grill your burger yourself. Vegetables are substantial sources of fiber and have little or no saturated fat, which makes them a fantastic choice for your liver. In reality, broccoli and other cruciferous veggies have a substance called indole, which is a natural chemical that helps in controlling non-alcoholic liver diseases. Number 6. Whipped cream. Sorry, but whipped cream isn't that good, excluding its exquisite succulent flavor, you know. However, there are not many or any actual benefits when it comes to the healthy look of whipped cream. Calories, sugar, fat, and saturated fat are found in whipped cream around 23.2 grams per cup of cream. Like any other meals that have high saturated fat on this list, for your liver's sake, you would not like to top up your sweets and Starbucks drinks. Number 7. Butter. Dairy can aggravate liver problems like most animal products and byproducts. This includes butter, unfortunately. Butter is not just a dairy product, but also high in saturated fat. Try to replace it with olive oil that is high in omega-3 fatty acids that are known to lessen the level of liver enzymes instead of cooking with butter. Weight control and weight loss can also be supported by olive oil. Number 8. Whole milk. 1 cup of whole milk is around 9.1 grams of saturated fat. Not ideal if you consider your liver. But milk is not a complete stop, no-go generally. Low-fat milk, which is abundant in whey protein, can be essential for preventing future liver damage. Try switching to a reduced-fat version or switch to tea instead of drinking full milk. Green tea is a good drink for your liver and your health. You may drink green tea for your health. Regular intakes of green tea have been identified to enhance hepatic blood indicators. Number 9. Oils. Many vegetable oils are really heavy in saturated fat, yet they seem healthy because they are seed-based. The cocoa oil, cocoa butter, and beef tallow are also covered. Research indicates that compounds in avocados can fight against possible hepatic damage and slow it down. While Science Daily's study relates to the whole fresh avocados of the world, it can be said that a more significant alternative to palm and coconut oils is cooking with avocado oil. Number 10. Ice cream. You should avoid a dessert with a high sugar content on your liver's behalf. Most ice creams, for each half cup, however, have 92% DV. You can't afford these saturated fat levels if you have liver problems. Cake frosting and any dessert with the above-mentioned whipped cream are other desserts to be clear. Number 11. Soup. Not all soups are harmful to you. However, many soups may likely have a spectacular quantity of salt, and excessive consumption of sodium are directly related to liver problems. Eating meals with too much salt, such as processed and packaged soup, might contribute to liver scarring, for example. Soups may be tempting since they may be an easy supply of vegetables, but fresh vegetables are better for you than canned vegetables. Number 12. Ricotta cheese. Cheese is not usually your liver's ideal meal option, but it is indeed ricotta that places your nail inside the coffin. Ricotta cheese should be avoided for anyone with hepatitis concerns, with 10.3 grams of saturated fat per cup. If you want cheese, almonds are a better alternative for snacks. Full sources of vitamin E, almonds and walnuts help prevent your body from fatty liver disease and can even give beneficial cardiac advantages. Number 13. Bread. You should always stop eating foods such as pasta, pizza, biscuits, and white flour meals. Minerals, fiber, and vital vitamins are lacking. The highly refined kernels are converted into sugar content is vital to comprehend. This material is difficult to handle and ends in the liver as fat, one of the main causes of disorders in the fatty liver. Instead, you should choose nutritious options that assist your liver to stay healthy all year long. Unfortunately, when it comes to liver health, the bread on which you serve sandwich meat may not be any better. Number 14. Red meat. A new study has some bad news for bacon lovers. Eating a lot of processed and red meats may increase your chances of developing a dangerous liver condition as well as insulin resistance, which is a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Red meat might be abundant in protein, but it is a difficult task for your liver to absorb. The breakdown of proteins for the liver is not straightforward and might cause several liver problems. In addition, excess protein in the liver can cause fatty disorders of liver that can adversely affect the brain and kidneys. White eggs are great for your liver, but overuse may cause digestive problems, and bad cholesterol comes from the yellow yolk. These are the foods that make the liver nasty. Everything in a borderline remains okay, but once you exceed that boundary, you threaten your liver's health. The use of significant quantities of fructose-rich foods, such as raisins, might lead to inflammation and liver fat. This is because fruit sugar, called fructose, may generate excessive levels of fat in the blood when it is eaten in big quantities. Will you start avoiding these foods after watching this video? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. Don't forget to like and share. Stay healthy!